I wanted to open here with a prayer, invoking the great masters to be here with us. And in the description, as you see, our theme tonight is on letting go. And I've had some ways to experience that here in this last week that have given me some good practice with letting go, which I'll be getting into here shortly. But just to begin our time together, I'd like to invoke the presence of the great masters of Kriya Yoga who are guiding me and inspiring me, helping me to move through this life without fear and with an even-minded cheerfulness in every situation. So let's open by invoking these great masters to be here with us now, invoking the divine spirit to be with us. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, dearest friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashai, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, great saints and sages of all traditions, humbly, lovingly, we invoke your presence and bow before you all. Make us like you, attune us with your consciousness, magnetize our molecules with your magnetic presence. Divine Mother, awaken your love in us, then teach us to awaken that love in all. Om, peace. Amen. And as I mentioned, this week's theme is on letting go. And this is something that I've been very interested in over a period of time as soon as I began to start meditating and learning that we can learn to overcome desires and aversions, that this is something that we can practice. And then throughout our life, we'll be given blessings that are situations in life where we get to practice this more and more. Can we let go of our desires for outcomes? Can we let go of thinking things need to be a certain way? Or when something happens in our life, do we hold on to the way things were and not face the reality of what's happening and not allow what is to be? Because really, in our lives, if we could move through life with just saying yes to life, saying yes to whatever situation we're being confronted with in that moment, then there's this really interesting sweetness within even sad moments that can be found. There is an ability that we have to be able to remove ourselves from being attached to our lives. Yogananda referenced so often that this life is a movie and a dream. This life is like a movie. You know, when we're watching a movie, we're not caught up in the drama of the movie. We can watch a very sad movie and we can find a sweetness in it. We can get a lot out of seeing a sad situation. We can learn and we can grow from that, you know, and sometimes we enjoy putting on a sad movie. There's something within it that is interesting and sweet and helps us to learn and to grow. And that same thing can happen in our daily lives. Yogananda said that this is the big cosmic movie that we're living in. And it's such a beautiful little mind shift when we can drop into that realization that this life is like a virtual reality, 5 senses, 3D video game that we're playing, that really we are infinite, eternal beings. Really, we can't die. Really, everything in this life is coming to us just like in a video game. And the way that the video game works, like a game engine, is our karma. So everything we think, do, say, all of our actions are generating the experience that we're going to have in our life. So really, everything that comes to us is of our own making. And this week I had a experience that allowed me to be able to put this really to the test. And it's something I think that so many of us can relate to. And this is an incident where last week, why I couldn't join the live broadcast is last Tuesday, as I was sitting here in my studio with my dog, who I'm very close to. This is really the first dog that I've had that has been super connected with me. He sleeps here in my studio while I'm working. I'm with him all the time. And as I was sitting here before the broadcast, I noticed that he had collapsed on his bed, and I went over to check on him, and I realized that his gums were white and he was unable to move. And so I had to quickly take him into the emergency at the vet's office, carry him back into the back room. And when I brought him in, they immediately recognized the symptoms that he had, which was a spleen. His spleen had ruptured, and this is something that he would need to get quick blood transfusion because he was bleeding internally. And they were telling me that really the best case scenario, if you remove the spleen, especially at his age, that you would probably at the most get a few months out of it. So this was really a death sentence for him. So it went from him just playing normally throughout the day just hours earlier to 90 minutes later, after bringing him to the vet, that it was going to be the end of his life. And so called my wife and had her come over, and we just got to spend those last moments with him. And it was interesting here with now having this practice of meditation. So I'm a Kriyaban yogi. I practice meditation twice a day, every day, and that's been for the last 5-6 years. And this has given me the ability now to be able to be in moments like that where, yes, I was sad, and yes, I was crying, and it was really feeling that moment. It's not a sort of a bypassing, but there's this other layer to it of really just letting go to what is, not resisting the moment, not wishing it was to be another way. In our previous broadcasts here, talking about not wanting life to be any different than it is, not wanting it to be forward or backwards or different, of just always saying yes to whatever situation. And I've found that really is the key. And it takes practice and meditation to slow down our reaction process. And I'm happy to report that through my practice of meditation, that really does happen, that it gives us this ability to have awareness where we can see ourselves as these great actors in the movie of God's movie, and to act appropriately and to have sad moments, but to see the sweetness that lies behind it. And it really does feel like watching a sweet, sad movie rather than this being some awful, awful thing. And also a thing that we can do in our lives is, when we're afraid of something, or when we enter into a relationship with a pet, a dog, we are really signing up for this moment. We know that unless something unnatural happens to us, then that pet is going to die before us, and we are going to have to face that. So that is another way where we can also step fully into that. That is it seems like a scary thing to do, but if we practice in our lifetimes anything that we're afraid of, anything that we're very daunted by, if we fully go into that experience in our mind and let it happen already, and see that within that experience, we're still there. We're still who we are. We're not diminished in any way, even if our greatest fears come to be. And so I've done that over the years with my dog, the time that I've had with him. I've agreed and accepted already that one day I'm going to see the day where he passes away. I didn't expect it to happen so soon. He was only 9 and he was healthy and active. And that just came all of a sudden last week. And so it allowed me to really see the progress that I've been able to make in my life, to be able to kind of go through that and to see the sweetness in it. I've also had this practice with my wife's dad, my father-in-law. I was able to walk with him through his moment of death experience and all of the times I've seen him go through difficult health situations, and being able to see it as a movie, see it as a sweet time and an opportunity, and something that I could have a lot of gratitude for being able to be there and to share those moments. And it was the same with my dog in a lower way, of just really being able to spend those last moments with him and with my wife. And she's also been able to really handle it in a really beautiful way, of not being overcome by the grief of the moment, but to really just say yes to life and accept things the way that they come. And so I wanted to focus on this tonight, since it's kind of something that's I'm feeling deeply this week. I also got a cold right after that happened, so I'm sorry if I got a baggy eyes and I look a little pale. It's just because I'm coming off of a cold here, but feeling better here this evening. And I figured that we could make this the theme of our meditation tonight. Also, no matter what's going on in the world around us, all of the politics, all of the things that are hard to stomach and to handle, I really encourage all of us not to get caught up in that either. The things that we can't control, and we cannot control the decisions of our leaders. We cannot control the things that are happening around us. So let's let those things go. Don't worry about those. Don't make a big deal about them. Sure, if we have the opportunity to make things better and to do things that would make the world a better place, of course we should do that. But most of this stuff we don't have any control over, so it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to get worked up about it and to become fearful of it. And if we are fearful of it, it's a good idea to go through meditations where we really just allow our greatest fears to be acted out in our minds. And maybe we can do a meditation like that here in the future, where we just allow our greatest fears to come into our minds. I do a practice of that, and I do that with our group meditations occasionally. And it's a very powerful thing that we can learn to do. And the more that we do that, and we accept that difficult things will come to us, then we really become free to let them go. So anytime we're afraid of something, we should head first go into that fear and overcome that fear, so that it no longer has control over us. And I think now we'll move into our guided meditation together. And this will really just be a time for us to let go of all of your cares and worries, let go of all the frustrations, all of the fears, all of the doubts, all of the worries about money or worries about the future, or beating ourselves up for things we wish we would have done or said better, and just letting it all go. I give you full permission to just let it all go tonight. Give yourself this little break. We're going to do a 15-minute meditation. This is going to be a worry fast. Allow yourself to let go of all the cares and the worries, everything that you've been thinking about. This is really important to do on a regular basis. If we can do that, we actually open our hearts to be filled with light, to be filled with peace and calmness and joy. And love is bliss in motion. So we feel the bliss within ourselves, and then we can share it with our loved ones. We can share it with the world. So that's what we're going to be practicing tonight. So let's sit together. If you can, join me. Sitting with our backs in a straight line and our heads parallel to the floor, with our palms upturned at the junction of the legs and the torso. Closing our eyes. We're going to be using a few techniques. The first one is to relax and release the tension in the body. It's going to be a short and long inhalation. Then we're going to tense all the muscles in a low, medium, high tension. And then we're going to exhale with a relax, release, and feel. The other technique we're going to use is called measured breathing. We're going to be inhaling through the nostrils to a count of 6, holding the breath to a count of 6, and then exhaling to a count of 6. So let's begin with our backs in a straight line, our head parallel to the floor, palms are upturned at the junction of the legs and the torso. Go ahead and take in a normal deep inhalation, breathing in and all the way out. And now double inhale and tense. Inhale, low, medium, high, vibrating with willingness, and exhale. Relax, release, feel. Again, inhale and tense. Low, medium, high, vibrating with energy, and exhale. Relax, release, feel. Last round, inhale and tense. Low, medium, high, just a bit higher, vibrating with willingness, and exhale. Relax, release, feel, letting go of all of the tension, letting go of all of the cares and the worries, all of the fears and the anxieties. Just let it all go. Give yourself permission. Become filled with balance and become one with a symbiotic relationship with the universe around you. Yogananda said that this world is like our divine mother who loves us, cares about us. She is in everything. Every situation that comes is really a blessing if we move into this relationship with her and realize that everything that we face is an opportunity to learn, to grow. So just say yes to life. Say yes to everything that you're feeling. See it, notice it, and just let it go. Don't hold on to any thoughts. Next, let's do a few rounds of measured breathing. We're going to inhale to a count of 6, hold to a count of 6, and then exhale to a count of 6. So let's go ahead and take in a normal deep inhalation. Breathing in and all the way out. And now very slowly through the nostrils, breathing in. Hold, keeping the gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Keeping our gaze uplifted at the point between the eyebrows. And just breathing normally. Allowing that breath to come and go naturally, as if it were waves on the seashore. Feeling that breath come up onto the seashore, turning around, going back out into the ocean as you become more and more relaxed with each breath. Remember, we're letting go of all of our cares and worries, all of our thoughts of the day, any frustrations, any projects. We're just here now to focus on the techniques. When we focus on the techniques, it's like candy for our minds, allowing our minds to become occupied fully by the technique so that our consciousness can expand and brings a divine quality of calmness into our hearts. So just breathing normally, and as you breathe, begin to notice the sensation of the breath in the nostrils. Noticing that on the inhalation, the breath there is a bit cool. And on the exhalation, slightly warm. All I'm asking you to do right now is feel the cool and warm sensations of the breath in the nostrils. Bring all of your attention, all of the focus all the awareness simply to feeling the cool and warm sensations of the breath in the nostrils. And as you breathe, let's bring this sensation, the cool and warm sensations of the inhale and exhale. Let's bring this sensation up from the nostrils, up to the bridge of the nose, up to where the nose meets the skull. Feel now that the cool and warm sensations of the breath are coming and going from the bridge of the nose. Noticing there that on the inhale, the breath feels a bit cool. And on the exhalation, slightly warm, becoming more and more focused with each breath. And as you become more and more focused and more relaxed, let's move that sensation now up from the bridge of the nose just slightly to the point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye, the seat of superconscious awareness, and lifting your gaze to that point, feeling the cool sensation there on the inhale, slightly warm sensation there on the exhale, allowing an opportunity to become more and more focused with each breath, each sensation of the inhale and exhale. Feeling this deep connection here at the point between the eyebrows. Taking a deep breath now, as if you were breathing in through your heart. Breathing in. Hold the breath. Feel a swirling, glowing ball of light energy in the heart center. And now feel the doorway of the heart open up, and that light energy moves up from the heart, up into the throat. Feel that light in the throat. Feel that doorway in the throat open, and that light moves up to the base of the brain. That doorway opens in the base of the brain, and that light moves through the brain to the point between the eyebrows and out from the spiritual broadcasting station at the point between the eyebrows. 3 exhales from that point. Breathing normally, your gaze is laser focused at the point between the eyebrows. Begin to feel a deep yearning in your heart, a deep yearning to feel the divine qualities, the qualities of the Divine Mother. She is always flowing to you, and it is we, by our love, that must complete the circuit. So feel this deep yearning in your heart center to feel this connection with the Divine Mother here, now, in this moment. Feel that yearning like a glowing ball of light energy in the heart center. Feel that light bursting and moving up, beaming light up from the heart, up through the throat, up to the base of the brain, reflecting at the base of the brain, out through the point between the eyebrows, out like a beam of light to the Divine Mother. Now, using this mantra as we connect, using this spiritual broadcasting station, connect with her, using this mantra mentally, saying, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Become fully undistracted, send it out like a beam of light. Reveal thyself, reveal thyself. And as you send this demand out to your Divine Mother who loves you so much, there's a great saint in France who said, if you only knew how much God loves you, you would die for joy. Feel that deep longing. And as you send out that mantra as a beam of light to the Divine Mother, begin to feel a vibration, a sensation, anything that you can feel right now in your heart center. Feel that vibration growing stronger and stronger. Feel that vibration sending rippling waves of energy throughout your body. Filling your body with light. Feel that light now. Feel your heart center is like a lotus bud. And that lotus bud is opening its petals wide and turning upwards to receive the light that is now pouring into your heart center. Feel that light growing brighter and brighter and brighter, and so bright that the edges of your body are now blurring with the infinite light and space around you in all directions. Feel that there is 1,000,000 miles of clear, unobstructed space and light in all directions, to the left and to the right, below you, behind you, in front of you, and above you. Infinite light expands at the speed of light. Feeling your consciousness expand to the furthest boundary of eternity, where I, the cosmic sea, watch the little ego floating in me. Beginning to notice that this feeling in the heart center now has the divine quality of calmness. And Yogananda tells us that calmness is invincibility, that with calmness we can stand unshaken amidst the crash of breaking worlds. With this calmness, no failure, no disappointment, no misunderstanding from others, no tragedy can take this calmness from us. We can remain calm during any situation in life, that it is with us at all times. Recognizing this, we begin to connect with God as Sat Chit Ananda, which Yogananda describes as ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss. And this is what we really are. We begin to feel this bliss energy pouring into our heart from our Divine Mother. That's all she wants from us. She wants us to open our hearts and receive her love. And this is why we were created. The primal force of all creation is bliss. And the nature of joy is to want to share itself. So that primal force became two, the Heavenly Father, Divine Mother. And the two became three as we are her children. And the three became many, and this entire world of duality now exists. There must be darkness. In order to be light, there must be darkness. And we were created to be able to feel this joy, to feel this love. Swami Kriyananda tells us that love is bliss in motion. So as we open our hearts and feel this bliss within us, we are filled with this joy. And when we are filled with this joy, we can share that joy with others, even if they're not in the room, in the building, in the state, in the country that we're in. Even from beyond the body, we can send this energy to our loved ones, no matter where or when they are. So feeling this light within us, this light that has permeated every fiber of our being, feel your body tingling with waves of blissful energy, calling on your Divine Mother to allow you to open your heart more and more. It's all about us receiving, opening our hearts, and then we can emanate this bliss as love. We're now emanating this bliss out to one another. Allow yourself to radiate this bliss. Everyone who is listening to this now or in the future, open your heart and feel and bathe in this blissful energy. This is love. It goes beyond language. It goes beyond sentiment. Bathing in this loving energy. Now, let us see this light that has permeated our body. See this light expanding out to fill the house or the building that you're in. This light is expanded out from the building into the streets, into the neighborhood, into the city, into the state or province that you're in. This light is expanded out from the state to fill the entire country that you're in. There are so many great souls in your country. There are so many great souls that are warriors of light, that are doing good work, that are here, and we are here as warriors of light. See this light pouring into their hearts anywhere where there's someone with an open heart. See this light pouring into their hearts and filling them with calmness, filling them with energy and vitality for their bodies and clarity and wisdom for their minds. ever new joy and passion for the good work that they're doing, creative ideas. This world can be transformed by humans when the divine flows through us and we allow the divine to flow into us. If we want more heaven on earth, it comes through us. So we must just open our hearts to become channels for this divine energy. And the more that we do this, the more beautiful our earth becomes. We are warriors of light. We are now connected with all of the warriors of light on this planet. See this light expanding and covering the oceans and purifying the waters and the sea creatures and the reefs. And this light is continuing to expand and covering all countries on this planet. Anywhere with anyone with an open heart or anyone calling out to the divine for grace, see this light pouring over them and filling their hearts, filling them with calmness, filling them with wisdom. Now gathering together with all of the warriors of light on this planet. Let us repeat this prayer out loud, bringing your palms together in front of your heart, repeating this prayer out loud, and then we're going to rub our palms together and chant Om 3 times as we send this light out at the speed of light in all directions to fill the universe, the multiverse with this light. Repeating after me, Divine Mother, Thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, and all souls. Rubbing the palms together, feeling this warm magnetic energy in the palms, taking in a deep breath. Palms up. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. And just for those who are watching the time, we're over a few minutes here. It's 8:36 my time. We went over about 6 minutes. But if you have time to hang out, after a meditation, our prayers are amplified. So feeling this calmness, feeling this joy within you, just take a moment to connect with your Heavenly Father, the Emperor of the universe, the dreamer of this dream reality, the director of this cosmic motion picture. Ask for what you need. And when it boils down, what we really need is energy and vitality for our bodies, clarity and wisdom for our minds, ever new joy for our souls. Ask for these things now. Demand these things so that you can do the good work in your life that you are meant to do. And you can also ask for any abilities that you would like to have that would help you to do your work. Ask for what you need. Demand it so that you can be a light in this world. Ask for inspiration on anything that you are working on. Be clear in what you are asking. Demand it, and it will be there for you. Om, peace, Amen. And here, just to conclude our broadcast, I wanted to read some words from Paramhansa Yogananda on this topic of letting go. He says, "Whatever conditions confront me, I know that they represent my next step in fulfillment. I know that they represent my next step in unfoldment. I welcome all tests, no matter how trying, because I know that within me is the intelligence to understand and the power to overcome. I am willing to learn the lesson that each experience would teach, and I am thankful for the strength and understanding in which overcoming each trial develops. Om. I am thankful for the strength and understanding which the overcoming of each trial develops. And those are some powerful words. So that every time that we're faced with something difficult, we're actually leveling up our character in the video game. There's more strength behind us. We know that that's true. We don't like to face the challenges when they come, but when we do face them and we overcome these challenges, don't we learn so much? Don't we learn and grow and become stronger for it? So meditation helps us to slow down that reactive process. So we find ourselves even in difficult situations having gratitude for the challenges because of how much we're going to learn from it. And we can find within that, we really can find the sweetness that is hidden within the sadness, hidden in the difficult moments. And this world that we're living in right now can be so heartbreaking to see the things that are happening around the world and all of the divisiveness and all of the fears and anxieties and the really ways that humans are treating other humans. And it can be very heartbreaking. But for things that we can't control in this world, it's up to us to really say yes to life, not wish it was different, recognizing that this movie is made just for us. We came here during this time. We took on these bodies. We were born in the places that we decided to be born in. We were given certain core traumas and wounds to work out in our lifetime. And that's what we're here to do. And if we can do that, then we can really heal this planet. We uplift ourselves, we uplift the world. We come here to do this work. And when we say yes to life, when we let go of the way that we wish things were, we let go of our desires and aversions, and we can learn to become even-minded and cheerful under every situation. And in that way, we can help each other. We can be there for our friends and our family, our loved ones. So blessings to everyone. So good to be with you here tonight. And for anybody who is interested, check out my Instagram. If you're local here in Tampa Bay area, or even if you're not, if you're traveling, a couple of friends of mine and we are hosting our second forest hiking meditation retreat. The last one that we did was so powerful and incredible. It was really one of the funnest weekends that I've ever had. And we did some really deep work together with the group in the Withlacoochee Forest in Brooksville, Florida. That's a very large forest area. We hike 9 miles out into the forest. We do breaks and guided meditations along the way. There's also breakout sessions of seclusion to meditate around a large lake. And then we have campfire integrations and rituals with nature. And also a big part of it is human design and gene keys readings to get personal guided readings for your journey to the theme on this one is really the core wounds that we are here to overcome. And when we overcome those core wounds, it's actually like healing it for the collective. And so when we learn that we came here on purpose with certain things that we came here to do, certain purposes and certain things to heal, you really realize that this life is sure a lot like a video game, and we understand what we came here to do, and we end up realizing that it's all a great adventure, and we can help each other along the way, and we can learn that some of the things that we see as the most challenging actually can become some of our greatest blessings that we have in this lifetime. So if you're interested, check out my Instagram and the link in the profile that will take you to all the information for backpacking and hiking. That's on March 22nd and 23rd. And also I did a new release of a bunch of apparel that I dropped this week around the first oracle card, and the painting that I did of the Egyptian god that is Thoth. And Thoth has been coming to me and inspiring me, inspiring my writing, and inspiring the beginning of this process with the Oracle deck. So I put out a series of t-shirts and hoodies, and there's also versions. I've had friends that really enjoy just wearing black and white, minimal designs. So there's minimal versions, and then there's the more colorful prints as well as blankets, and there's a series, also a hoodie in there as well. So check that all out. That helps support me in this mission to create this whole series of oracle cards. And with each of the pieces of artwork, I'm also working with a sound designer, creating soundscapes, and I'll be recording short stories for each of the deities. I'll be probably posting those, some of them on YouTube for public, and then more of them in the Patreon for people that want to dive deep with those. And then with each of the deities, there's also going to be a guided meditation to really tap in and tune in with that deity. And when you think of a deity, you can just think of it as an aspect of the creator. So our creator is so vast and so great and has so many aspects that all of the deities just help us to focus on one of those aspects at a time. It gives us a name, it gives us a face, it gives us stories so that we can get our minds wrapped around really the nature of reality, the nature of this world that we live in and the way that it operates, and to have a personal relationship with it. And that's really what these symbols are all about. So we're just connecting with different aspects of the creator, hearing stories about it, and then guided meditations around those different aspects of the creator to help us to tune in and get to know ourselves, and to expand our consciousness, to receive inspiration, and to really have a lot of fun with it. So I'm looking forward to continuing to uh, provide more of these offerings around the deities and the oracle and all the artwork that'll come along. There's also a gold foil poster that I released with Toth, and there's going to be 100 of those that are signed and numbered. And then after that, there'll be unsigned G clays that'll be available in the store there. So thanks to everybody that supports through the Patreon and through the offerings that are on the store. And thank you so much for meditating with me. That's really my favorite thing to do, is to get to meditate with friends who are interested in this kind of stuff. So thank you for being here with you. It means the world to me, and I will be back again next week. So blessings to all of you friends, and joy to you. See you next time.